Celebrating 10 years of trailblazing in ground support, Exceed marks a decade as your leading partner in ground support equipment leasing. At the forefront of both short-term and long-term leasing solutions, Exceed adapts to your unique operational needs. Whether you're ramping up for peak season or planning for long-term growth, we provide the right equipment to keep your operations running smoothly. This anniversary, we renew our dedication to empowering your ground operations with efficiency and innovation. With Exceed, you're equipped for success today and prepared for the challenges of tomorrow. Exceed, driving excellence on the ground year after year. Explore more at exceedgse.com.
Good morning from Toronto. This is Alice Clark from GHI, and you are listening to the GSE podcast, the day after the gala dinner.
All right, welcome to the GSE podcast. I'm here with Scott Bellamy from Menzies, and we are at the GHI Americas, the 8th GHI Americas conference in Toronto, Canada. And we just kind of finished up the week. We're about to leave the conference and wanted to check in with Scott and see how his experience was.
So far, it's been great, Matt. It's good to see you here again and make some contacts again at the GHI. For me, this year's been phenomenal. I think it's the busiest GHI for our company. We've made a lot of contacts on the GSE side. It's good to run into some old friends and meet some new friends here. But thanks a lot for having me on the podcast. And I look forward to working with you and maybe
we're going to do
podcasts.
We're going to hopefully do like a full podcast and talk about Menzies and about how you got into the GSE space. But yeah, I agree. So it's been great. Like as far as got to see a bunch of the GSE folks here. All the major, OEMs were here, and I got to see a bunch of our vendor partners as well as a lot of our customers, and a lot of the ground handlers are here, and airlines. So yeah, it's been quite a week. And what did we do last night? Were you were with us last night? What did we do?
Yes, we had a very interesting dinner last night. I'm not going to name names, but some competition. We all went out for dinner together. It was excellent. It's a small industry, so bringing competition together for meetings is always fun.
Exactly.
A little bit of ribbing, but yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of ribbing going on, but we had a great night. GHI always does at these conferences, they always do a dinner for the delegates. So we went to the delegate dinner, which was in a great spot with it was like a train station that it kind of converged in on this restaurant, right? And
really neat.
Yeah,
really
it was like a really cool atmosphere and all that stuff. Everybody was there, and we ended up leaving a little bit early and then kind of went and did our own thing. But we got to see all those people that we had seen at the conference at that dinner, and we're able to connect with all those people. So it's just they do everything here that allows for to have those connections, and I think that's great. And then were you able to? And this is going to be your biggest hard hitting question. Were you able to see my electrification panel?
Yes, that was excellent. It was good to see the industries moving forward with the electrification, and the discussion was really good. Got a lot out of it. It's good to see we're all aligned and we all are working towards the same purpose. So.
Well, I know that you and I are going to have a very lengthy discussion about Menzies and their electrification and what they're doing to make sure that their fleet is ready. We'll do that on another podcast, but I really wish you would have been up there with us because I think you would have had a lot to say.
I'm looking forward to maybe the next GHI and we'll be able to talk about what we are doing and what we have done.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have to pull some strings for you, talk to some people that I may know, and we'll get you up there. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. This has been great, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for all the contacts you made for me this week as well.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime, buddy.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. I'm here with two special guests from Textron GSE. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Raven Honsaker, Director of Aftermarket.
And Morgan Gressens, Vice President and General Manager for Textron GSE.
All right. Well, here we are, and we are at the show. We're in a conference room, and Morgan is brand new to GSE. Well, not brand new, right? I guess you've been here for a couple months, right?
About 5 months now, but my first conference in this role, so I'm excited to be here.
Well, we loved having you, and we've loved to get to know you and meet you. So Textron is obviously one of our great OEM partners that we have at Exceed, and it's always lovely to see you all. And Raven, the last time we spoke with you, we were in Punta Cana.
Yeah, a year ago.
a
1
year
year ago.
Yeah.
What a difference a year makes.
We did not have dinner on a beach this time.
No, we didn't. But we did have it at a cool little brewery.
Yeah, the brewery was really nice.
That was pretty neat. It was very neat view and
yeah, I like the train yard
cool
out front. I thought the trains. I like trains, you know.
That does not surprise me.
Who doesn't like trains?
Who doesn't like a good train, you know? So that I've always
when
said
I
that.
think of Matt, I think of trains.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that everybody would agree with that. But no, it was a great dinner. And we just, I mean, in my personal experience, I got to have a lot of great connections during the show. Yeah. Can you kind of tell me about some of the connections you've been able to make?
I think coming into the show, that's one of the things that, you know, Morgan and I talked about what I appreciate most about the GHI show. And I think last year was my first experience in just getting to have that networking time and building relationships. And now being 1 year further into the role where I've worked more closely with a lot of the folks that maybe some of them met for the first time in person at GHI last year, you know, just what a difference that has made. And I think being at the show and getting that time has helped, you know, foster those relationships and make it easier to work.
Yeah.
It's just on all the things that we've got to do to get done to keep planes moving and keep people moving.
I would agree. I have to give a little bit of a shout out to the GHI group because I think this is such a well-run conference. And I mean, the GSE industry is just so fascinating to me. I've really, really enjoyed getting to spend more time here. And I think what's so special is you have everybody here kind of sharing thoughts, sharing ideas, and really just trying to better the ground support industry and operations for aviation partners. So it's been a really incredible conference.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just like we get to these conferences and you realize that it's a community. I think more than even an industry. I see these people every single year, and I've been seeing them for 10 plus years, and it's awesome to be able to like go. It's like going back to like a family reunion or something, and especially this conference in particular because of the fact that we're all staying at the same hotel, which makes it interesting. You know, because you come down for breakfast and
they're right there.
You still have your glasses on, you know, because you haven't even had time to put your contacts in, and you're like, oh, I didn't want to see that person. Now I'm trying to grab coffee. So
Morgan and I were talking about this as well. I mean, Textron as a whole is in a lot of different industries. And, you know, between Morgan and I, we've attended events and shows in the helicopter space, in the golf car space, in the industrial space, in the power sports space. And there is not an industry like the GSE industry. This is not that kind of we're all in this together feel, and being able to sit down at dinner and the person across from you that you're hanging out with is your competitor, right? They're the other OEM or the other leasing, the other ground handler, the other airline. That doesn't happen in a lot of these other industries and spaces where Textron participates. And so it is a really neat kind of thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
I think community is a great way to say it. I was not expecting to get to speak to leaders with, you know, of some of our OEM competitors here. And I've enjoyed just having those connections, having those conversations, getting to meet people from all different ground handlers and really learn the things that make each of us different and unique, but also the things that kind of bring us together. So yeah, it's been great. But I echo what you'd say, Matt. It is a little weird to walk down to the lobby to get a coffee in the morning and you see your coworkers, a lot of them really, and you're not quite ready for that.
I know. I've learned
7:30 in the morning.
Exactly. I've learned to like not leave the room unless I'm ready.
Right.
You know, because before I'd be like going down in basketball shorts, and I'm and then you see somebody and you're like,
Game
oh, that's
face
not
on.
a good. That all the time. Right. Yeah.
And it's always weird at these too. You know, if you want to go to the gym, I always struggle with that, right? Because you want to go work out, but I don't want to work out next to coworkers.
I will say I went to the gym this morning and yesterday morning, and I did not. Yeah, absolutely bragging. And I did not run into anybody that I felt awkward around. Now, that's you know, I didn't stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning like some people.
Yeah. No, I didn't either. I went to bed at 11:30 last night. So.
Me too.
Oh, did you really?
Look at that.
Yeah. I didn't see you at the bank of elevators.
Crew.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
We're the smart ones.
Yeah, that was the first time though, I think, this week. But I knew I had a big day today. So Morgan, I think we'll end it by, I would like you to talk a little bit more about how, I guess, so you've been in other industries before, and she mentioned it.
That's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you feel like it's different in the GSE industry as well? I mean, is that what you notice? Because like we all think it, but I've only really been in GSE. So, everybody wants to believe that you're unique, right? In the way that you operate. But I mean, is that what you've seen as well?
Definitely. I mean, I've just take, different trade shows or conferences, for example, and we were talking about this yesterday. We had a competitor come up and introduce a new member of their team to us and just kind of talked about our different experiences. And, if you think about some of our other brands like EasyGo Golf Cars, you would never be at the PGA show in Orlando, Florida in January and have your competitors come up and introduce their new team members. That just doesn't happen.
Club cars not coming over and high-fiving anybody.
Hey, let us introduce you to this new guy we just brought on.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what is so interesting about it, because everything is so intertwined in the GSE space. So you really do have to be open to working with different companies and different competitors, because, ultimately we're all here to make sure that aviation operations keep running smoothly. I mean, that's the goal. So I think that's what's so unique about it and so enjoyable. The similarities are obviously, we're all here to make sure we're doing everything we can to support our customers. I mean, that's the goal. And so that's what I think is enjoyable, though. I feel like there is a sense of community here, and I appreciate really getting to learn from everyone and learn how we're all here toward the betterment of the same goal. So.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. That's really good. That's great. And then I think, Textron's unique in the fact that you have the airport service centers. Is that what we call them, service centers?
Airport shops.
Airport shops. Okay.
I probably should rebrand them. That sounds more professional.
Does it? Okay. You're welcome. But you all have the airport shops, and you have to work on all of your competitors' equipment and make sure that it's maintained and running.
We are definitely in a unique space there.
Yeah. So, I mean, it does definitely make sense for you guys, because, you had to buy parts sometimes probably from your competitors and things like that,
all the time.
And take care of their equipment, for the ground handlers and airlines. And that's a unique place to be.
It absolutely is. And we got to take Morgan and our CEO last week. We went on a little East Coast airport shop tour. And
all right.
I think that was really interesting for them, and I think it was very eye-opening, for our CEO to just see what that looks like and what it is that our technicians and our frontline employees, I mean, what they're experiencing every day, right? In working on the airport and trying to keep operations running, and just that very tactical piece of it. But yes, I think these are very helpful for that, because you're right. Pick a competitor,
pick
right?
A brand,
and
you've got
we're working with Swissport. We're working with AGI, we're working with, there isn't a company that we don't interface with in some way at one of these shops.
And I think that's what the airport shop visit was so amazing, because you really get the firsthand look at what operators are dealing with on the ramp, and to be able to bring that back to our factory and our engineering team and have that kind of at the front of our minds when we're looking at designing products and making them easier to service and making them easier to maintain, that connection directly to some of these airports is so valuable for us.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's great feedback. And I'd love to have a more in-depth conversation with you about the airport service center.
We should totally do that. Rebrand.
Yeah. After the rebrand, then we can have that podcast.
Yeah, once I'm at that professional level.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you all so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks for having us. I feel so honored to be part of an episode.
Oh, yeah. No.
5 months in. Look at that. All I have to say is, how long has Brad been in the industry?
Yeah, 29 years.
29 years it took for him to be on a podcast. 5 months, and you're already on a podcast.
You got it. All right. Well, thank you all so much. This has been Matt and Raven and Morgan. All right, we're here live in Toronto at the 8th America's GHI conference. We're wrapping it up at the end of the day on Thursday, and I am with George Lydon. How's it going?
Good, Matt. It's been a busy 3 days, and pleasure to be on the world famous GSE podcast with yourself. And yeah, thanks for your support for a record breaking GHI Americas event.
Was this a record breaking one?
Correct. Yeah. So I mean, the record prior to this event was the 6th Americas in Miami, which was 535 delegates in that region.
Yeah.
we've gone to 550. Okay. And I'd actually be interested to see the final numbers now, because it was 550 before we left, but we've had a lot of people register on a day passes. Everyone seems very happy. It's been a fantastic event. Exhibitors, ground handlers, airlines, overwhelmingly positive feedback. So yeah, we're really looking forward to next year as well in Orlando.
I know. Yeah. And, honestly, I didn't think we could ever top Miami and then Punta Cana.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, this has been my favorite of all the Americas.
Wow.
This show has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the amount of people. And I it doesn't sound like a lot, right? Those, going from 535 to 550, but like, it's unbelievable.
Well, funnily enough, so that was the post-COVID bounce. So that was we thought that could have been a bit of an anomaly almost.
Yeah.
Because pre-COVID, Panama, another record breaker at the time, was just over 300 delegates, which was fantastic. So that was only 2019. Then obviously we had the COVID break, come back in 2022 with over 500 delegates, fantastic. Then Punta Cana last year was in the 400s, was a fantastically well-attended event. But yeah, back in North America this year, and we've managed to surpass it, 550, and I think it can grow a lot further for next year. We had 70 ground handling organizations.
Wow.
We had 56 exhibitors that joined us, and over 50 airlines. We had a really strong blend of aviation professionals looking to do business, one-to-one meetings, discuss new solutions. And yeah, overall, the Americas event, as with all GHI events, it's about having fun along the way, of course.
Yes.
Which I hope we've managed to convey in a delegate dinner, a steam whistle at the brewery tour, which had a lovely backdrop onto the CN Tower. And with the golf tournament, which you need to play in next year, by the way, Matt.
Everybody missed me.
But good things.
Yeah, no, what those things are wrong. But
is your golf as good as your GSE podcast?
It's not as good as this silky voice. No, it's not.
This is the Rolls Royce stuff. But yeah, it'd be good to play with you next year, actually.
Yeah. So it's in Orlando next year, and so I'm calling it right now. Go ahead and throw it out on the table. It is going to be by far and away the largest GHI Americas ever.
I think it's going
to be over 600. Like maybe even 7.
7. I mean, that would be fantastic. But I think 600 plus.
Why wouldn't you want to go?
Yeah.
Right? So
why wouldn't you? Exactly.
You get to bring your family with you, right? And the family that's not going to the conference that day can go to Disney. They can go to Universal, SeaWorld, Legoland. We have it all in Central Florida. I'm from Central Florida, or I'm not from there, but that's where I live. And let me tell you that there's everything to do. So, bring your family down because they get their hotel room, right?
Yep.
You get to go to the conference during the day. You can hang out with the family at night when you get back. And I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to come. It's going to be the most well-attended 9th Americas conference.
No,
I'm excited.
I think you're right. It's a great location.
It is really, yeah. And that, I'm not just saying that because I am biased because I live there, right? But there's just so much to do.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I think, it'd be great to incorporate some of those, fantastic locations that you just mentioned into the event, whether that be the dinner but yeah, I think there's, I've
already been having conversations about this that I can't tell you about, but I know there's things in the works, right, already that people are thinking about doing huge events for this because it's going to be so well attended. So I'm excited to hear what ends up happening with those plans. But yeah, people are already thinking about it.
Yeah, off the back of 3 really strong GHI Americas events. So we had obviously well-rounded events as well, like different locations. So Miami, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and then Toronto, back to Florida, back to, not obviously we've had it in Miami in the past, but Orlando will be a fantastic location. Great connectivity for, the North American market and
in
the
South America. Yeah, there's nonstop flights into Orlando from every country in South America. I mean, it's unbelievable. So yeah, it's going to be easy to get there. Yeah. People want to go. And so
it would be great to see. I'm going
to go ahead and throw something out there, though.
Go.
I don't know if you're going to like it.
Go for it.
I'm going to say we don't need suits, though, in Orlando. Okay, so everybody can leave their suits at home. We're going to go a little bit. We're going to dress it down. Now, usually it's a suit show, right? We all know that. I was in full suit. You probably saw me. Tuesday and Wednesday. You remember my light blue suit. Everybody, I got compliments all over the place, but that's beside the point, right?
It was a great suit.
It was a great suit. However, it's so hot. I think it was like Punta Cana. I remember the first day in Punta Cana, I showed up in my suit, and then I went back immediately to my hotel room and put on the polo and the slacks. So I think next year's going to be a dress down year. I think everybody's going to be okay with that, just because it's so hot.
And I think Max is going to be dressing up as Mickey Mouse one day as well.
Oh yeah, we need that with the big white hands. Yes, I'll provide those. I've got those at my house. Yeah. He can borrow mine and show it. Everybody would love that, don't you think?
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So all right. So if I am an airline, I'm a ground handler, or I'm an OEM, or let's say a leasing company. What do I do if I want to go to this GHI Americas in Orlando?
So the exhibition, we're doing the rebook on site, really strong rebook process. Delegation information is now live on the website as well. So you've got, a good ample time to get your early bird rate and secure that. And we'll be sending, information out throughout the year, marketing information. Follow us on LinkedIn for the GHI socials. And we will be just contact the team, go online, register at the early bird rate. It would be great to see you. And we look forward to, as you say, another record-breaking GHI America's show.
I love it, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on, dude. Talking about the GHI Americas next year. So what do you have upcoming, though? Just real quick before we sign off, I forgot to ask you. So what's next? We got the annual?
So, no, before the annual, we got 3 events, actually.
Oh, my gosh. You're busy.
We have got GHI Africa, which is October. Actually, well, first and foremost, you got the big one, GSE Expo Europe, which is in Lisbon, September. 3,500 to 4,000 qualified visitors, mainly comprising of GSE buyers, will be present. Over 150 exhibitors at the moment, so that's going really well. So a lot of time and resources obviously going into the expo. But in terms of GHI, we've got GHI Africa off the back of a really solid Cape Town 6th African GHI event. We're now in Kenya, Nairobi, Safari Park Hotel for the 7th African event. And then, as you say, the big one, the GHI annual event, 25th year, silver anniversary,
that's right,
which will be taking place in Barcelona. So, we're really looking forward to that. And we do the, I think you've talked with Max about it before, you've discussed it, the delegate football tournament as well. So it's a very special year for us.
Yeah, we love that.
Actually, 2 milestones. We've got the silver anniversary for the GHI event. So the first one actually started in 1999. We've also got the 5th year of the GHI delegate football tournament. So Team Textron and Vestergaard will be vying for the cup again. So that will be absolutely fantastic. And it'll be good to see you on the pitch as well, Matt.
I know.
Me and Max usually go against each other. So, looking for some players for sure.
I don't know if I'm Team Max or Team George. You know what I mean?
Podcast, so you got to say George.
Exactly,
yeah. But then when Max comes on, you'll say I'm Team Max.
You know where my allegiances lie. They lie with who's ever in front of me.
Exactly.
Oh, that's hilarious. So, and then I'm guessing availability is still open for all those events at the moment, and people can go on GHI's website and
good
get all the
timing,
information.
Actually. So the early bird rate for the GHI annual conference expires in July. So if you want to get in early, secure a preferential rate, then get in touch with Francesca Sagina, who heads up our audience development at GHI. She'll walk you through the process and give you information on how she can connect you with our audience of aviation professionals and obviously secure a better rate. And in terms of the exhibition, we've only got 30% left in terms of space.
That just means you've been doing your job.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a really strong rebook process, and I think there's a lot of excitement around the 25th year. We had 950 delegates last year, so we're looking to go more, maybe over that 1,000 mark. That's definitely the aim. And then bring in more airline professionals, bring in more ground handlers, exhibitors, and most importantly, secure more one-to-one meetings for our audience and network.
That's what it's all about.
4,000 one-to-one meetings at the annual, 2,000 here.
Wow,
this
that's
week,
incredible.
Over 2,000. I think it end up at about 2,000.
Think about how, That's a lot. And those meetings are so valuable.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. So it's been amazing. So, well, thank you so much, George, for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Matt. And thanks for your support. And look forward to seeing you in Orlando next year. But I'm sure I'll see you before then.
Yes, for sure.
Brilliant.
All right. Thank you,
Fantastic.
George. All right. Bye. All right. Welcome to a special edition of the GSE podcast where I am live at the 8th America's GHI conference in Toronto, Canada. And I am lucky enough to be sitting next to some wonderful women of GSE.
Thank you for having us today.
That's a good one, Matt. Always the one-liners.
So I'm here with Abby Hepler and Carla Harrington. How are you guys doing today?
We're feeling good.
Yeah?
Day four. I'm ready. I'm ready to have our little event this week and to see everyone who's joining.
What event are you having?
So we are launching our first Women of GSE event today, actually day 4. So we're having a mix and mingle at a local steakhouse here. And so we launched this here at the event, and the feedback's been really, really positive from women and men and everybody here. So we're really excited to get this launched and have our event today. And we're talking plans for the future. And our next event will be at the Lisbon show. So
oh, wow.
More information to come on that. But yeah, we've got some exciting things planned.
And I think it's a good opportunity at the Lisbon show to have our little showcase there. It's international, more than just North America. And I think there's so many other women in GSE that aren't aware of our presence. So this will be a great event for us to just gather a little bit and see where this goes, right? Just to unite us no matter what part of the business we're in or who we're working for. It's just an event and a group of people to network with and encourage and help other youthful women grow in the industry.
That's a great initiative.
Thank you.
I'm very supportive of it. And I can't wait to go to the event today and check it out and see how many people come. It's going to be, people keep coming by the booth and like grabbing. They're so interested. Yeah. And I think you all really have something going here. And I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. And I do have to give a shout out. Do we give shout outs?
Sure. Oh gosh. Yeah. We're a big fan of the shout out. Actually, episode 1, there's like 1 million shout outs if you wait till the end. And it's actually a little bit overboard. We haven't really done them since, but I'm definitely open to a shout out. Go ahead.
Well, I do want to shout out the men who are supporting the Women of GSE, because if they were not an active participant in our evolution to some extent, we would not be here. So we're very grateful for those men who have supported us and are supporting us currently.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you're willing to come alongside, please let us know. We're on LinkedIn.
Women of GSE on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Check them out, Women of GSE, and they'll be holding events. Obviously, today we are actually about 30 minutes away from this event right now, so it's hot off the presses.
Yes.
And then we're going to have one in Lisbon as well. So,
awesome. And I can I just say something about Laura McGrath with Malahan has been such an intricate part of putting this event together for us, including our little koozie. So if you didn't get one, let us know in Lisbon. We might have a few left over for you.
Yeah, you got to stop by, get a koozie, and say hello to the Women of GSE. So is there like a list of names? Like, how does this work?
So the list of names would be Abby, Carla, and anyone else really who's part of it. So we were just, we had the opportunity really to, I should say, I had the opportunity to come alongside Abby after this entire Women of GSE inception happened. And I'm very happy to be part of it. Mm-hmm. Definitely not a founder, but I am definitely here to support it and help it grow and just to reach out to whoever's in the community that wants to be part of it. So,
yeah. So, Abby, when did you get your start in GSE? And how did that even come about?
So I started working with a company in 2007 that produces and manufactures ground support equipment. Actually, Kyle Berner is how I got my start in the industry. So I worked for that company for 16 years, and they were in other markets, but obviously the ground support side. So I've been around it for a while. I've been with Malahan now for a year.
Okay. And
actually at the end of the GSE Expo in Vegas last year, Joe and I were just looking around and we're like, there's so many women that are coming into the industry and what can we do? So we talked about developing the Women of GSE group, and Laura and I and reached out to Exceed, and they jumped on board right away. So it's a journey, and we're excited to see how it continues to grow and develop.
That's amazing. Yeah, I just had Raven and Morgan on the podcast from Textron GSE, and I think they love the initiative. They love the Women of GSE idea, and I'm so glad you guys are doing it. So anything I can do to support and help, please let me know. I encourage everybody to go into LinkedIn, find Women of GSE, follow them, and I'm sure you'll be providing a lot of updates on there.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well,
I'm excited.
Thank you so much, Matt, just for having us on the podcast. Ooh, I'm digitally forever.
This has been a long time coming for Carla to be on the podcast. She's also with Exceed, and she's been my partner in crime for 7 years, but she's been at Exceed far longer than that. So we celebrated our 10-year anniversary this year. And she's been with them 10 out of 10 years?
10 years, June 2014, I started.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful for that opportunity. And I hope to be here for another 10 years would be great.
Yeah. Number 3 employee?
Number 3 employee.
I got that right.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
important.
Yeah.
Lucky number
exciting.
3 is what they say,
yes,
right?
3 is the perfect number. Some would say 7, but
I love
tomato.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, this has been a fantastic conference. I hope you all have enjoyed it as much as I have. I wish I could have enjoyed Abby singing as much as other people have. I was not there, I hate to say. I got invited last night finally, and had to decline because I had to be fresh-faced for today because I had to do podcasts. I got to look good for this kind of stuff, even though we're not recording. So, all right. Well, thank you all so much for coming on, and we will let's catch up with Women of GSE soon. Let's do a full podcast just talking about Women of GSE.
Wow. I don't know if we can fill enough time, but we'll try.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Well, welcome back to the final interview of kind of like really closing down the show here at the 8th America's GHI conference in Toronto, Canada. And I am with Max Gosney. How you doing, man?
Good afternoon, Matt. Fantastic to be with you. We both look still immaculate after 3 days of conferencing.
I've thought the same thing.
Not a hair out of place. And no bags under our eyes.
My hair is never out of place. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, no, there's no bags.
No bags.
No bags.
No. We're
yeah.
And any that are there, we wear with pride.
Exactly. Yeah. So you've been up on stage this entire week. How's it been going up there?
It's been great. I really loved doing the session yesterday with yourself, the electrification and sustainability panel. Unbelievable lineup of experts from across the region. We have manufacturers, battery specialists. We had airports, airline handlers. We had a brilliant discussion about what lies in front. And it's been one of many. We've had some great content going on. Just been talking about PRM services this morning and the challenges here in the Americas. Another session on electrification, and had a case study from Air Canada. So yeah, we've had some really good discussions going on alongside a lot of meetings. I think 2,300 plus we're at, so it's a record. But it's been incredibly busy. You've been part of them out here on the floor, in the meeting rooms, and in the exhibition hall. Really, really busy 3 days with a lot of business being done. We hope.
Yeah, I think, and this is what I've been kind of talking about on this podcast, is that. Yeah, there may have been 2,300 one-to-one meetings, but there was probably 10,000 or more because we're all in the same place. You get to see these people all the time. Mm-hmm. You walk downstairs or, take the elevator downstairs to get a coffee in the morning, and you get to see your customer. There's a one-on-one meeting, right there.
Yeah,
that happens.
Sometimes the best.
It's unbelievable. It really is. It's crazy. So, at other conferences or other events that we go to throughout the years, they're not just in one hotel, right? And so, but you get those contact points at all the time.
And what was great, we had a couple of presentations where the initial contact between the business partners was made in Punta Cana last year, and now they're talking about meeting at a GHI and then delivering a really successful partnership to, tackle a challenge like electrification, improve business process, and the meeting has come about here. So that's what we're all about, and it's just wonderful when you hear people who've met at the bar, in the meeting room, or in the exhibition hall, talked, led to a serious business relationship, and then an improvement in the industry. So it's great to hear. Yeah.
So I saw a lot of one-on-one meetings happening. I was involved in a lot of one-on-one meetings, and then when we all went upstairs, you take 2 escalators up the stairs, right to the bar. You don't even get to go up to your room and change or anything before you go out for the night. You just, because you have to walk right by that bar. and everyone's there, and they're screaming at you to come over, and you get to see
like
everybody.
A tractor beam pulling people in.
It really is.
We found out we were trying to load the coaches last night to the delegate dinner venue, but unfortunately the tractor beam of the bar had pulled a lot of delegates.
It was
in.
You're right. You sent people in there with signs they were holding up. Nobody was paying attention. Everybody was just focused on the conversations that they were having. But
exactly.
But everybody ended up showing up to that that event. It was great. Yes,
it was great. And we had a brilliant night down at Steam Whistle. Yes, the CN Tower. It was a great evening.
It was such a cool venue, being so close to the CN Tower, being able to look up there, but then also in that kind of like the train yard.
It was
just the locomotive. It was very, very nice.
Something for everyone. Train spotters,
exactly.
architects.
Yeah, and beer.
Beer.
The beer was there as well. So we got to see everybody there. And then I ended up, we left there. We went and had another customer dinner. We had a couple customers out at dinner, and saw a competitor out at the same restaurant, and just ended up talking to them. And it was,
and you still look like you've slept 10 hours and been to the gym.
You know what? I have not been to the gym, but I did get 8 hours of sleep last night, which is the first time I've done that in a really long time. I was able to get to bed, around 11:30 and woke up at 7:30, and I feel fantastic today. So,
fantastic. I need your secret.
Yeah.
I've been waking up early with the jet lag, but never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this has been a fantastic conference.
I was really satisfying to see the growth in the event over this sort of 6-7 years that I've been involved in running it here in the Americas, from the second Americas in Miami, a couple hundred people. And this year is a record 550 delegates attending. To see that growth and the expansion in the audience alongside the loyal originals like yourself who've been there since the start is just superb. And we're off to, we're going to Orlando next year, Rose and Shingle Creek. So the ambition is we've got this audience in to spread the word and to keep developing the event and expanding it.
Yeah, I've already talked to George. We had George on the podcast. His first time ever on the podcast.
Who's this?
Yeah, exactly. This guy that works with you, apparently. And so George came up to me, and I've already secured my stand for next year in Orlando. So I'm ready to go. Exceed will be there. I will be there.
I jest Global Exhibition Sales Manager George Lydon.
Yes.
That's good to hear that he's got you there, and there are many other interested in speaking to him and trying to grow that exhibition area. I think we did a brilliant job this year, and George, I think we're up to about just shy of 60 exhibitors. So again, that's amazing, because that's where we had the annual, possibly 2022. So a couple of years ago, we're almost at the same scale. This event may have 60 plus next year. So brilliant to see that.
Yeah, I was thinking 700. That's what I've been throwing out there, Max. So just make sure you get there, okay?
We'll just write this for George's target.
Yeah, it's more of a George thing. 75
exhibitors, 80 exhibitors.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we service the demand much like the industry that we're in, that we're all catering to, and the demand is there for air transport for passengers. The demand is therefore there for attending GHI, where you can make the business connections and expand your supply network and service that demand by speaking to the right suppliers.
Yeah. And so everybody's going to be coming into Orlando next year.
Yeah.
There's nonstop flights from almost everywhere into Orlando, from all the South American countries. We're going to have a large attendance. North America, it's really easy to get there. And then we have a brand new terminal in Orlando that is absolutely beautiful. And so there's plenty of great options there to eat and shop and all the kind of stuff in that new terminal. So everybody gets to see that when they come in. And then we have all the tourist attractions in Orlando as well.
And I hear you may also, rumor has it, you're a big Disney fan as well.
Yep. And so I can be taking people on private tours. Just reach out to me directly. You can book those, with Matt. You know what I mean? And I'll take you out for a day.
For a small commission fee.
Oh, yeah. Well, large commission fee. And and I can kind of show you the landscape, and we can go see Mickey and whoever
brilliant.
Might be there.
Yeah. Well, my kids will definitely be interested in coming. So we need to, if you can discount me a little bit, maybe we can.
We can see what we can do. I know some people, and then George has promised that you will have Mickey hands. And that's just what George said. I don't know. I can't speak for you, but and I told him that you can borrow mine, right? Because obviously I have those at the house.
I'll be delighted to sport some Mickey hands.
So
if George wears his Princess Elsa, so we have a deal.
Oh yeah, so this is
the American.
I can't wait till George listens to this podcast. So no, we are going to have the best time in Orlando. It's going to be a huge event. But
I say it'd be great. For the hinge point around the Miami, Florida area for the Latin American delegates to to attend and be there in force. And then we've got a really interesting one the following year because we've got the FIFA Football World Cup around the time of the conference date. So we'll be looking at where we move to and where we go because it's held in USA, Canada and Mexico. So taking the show somewhere different in 2026.
And then also just thought of this, but if there's delegates that are in Miami, they can take the Bright Line. We have a new train in Florida. It's called the Bright Line, and you can take it. It's a nonstop. Well, not nonstop necessarily, but it's a one way more or less from Miami to Orlando. Goes right into the airport, and it's like a 2.5 hour journey, and it's really nice, beautiful. They have Wi-Fi on board and all that stuff, so they don't even have to fly up if they don't want to. They can take the train up and take the train back. So, and you might want to do that yourself.
Yeah,
maybe if you need to go see Miami.
Yeah,
exactly.
That
so
sounds great.
Yeah, and then you also have some other events coming up before Orlando.
Yeah.
So why don't you talk about those?
Well, No Rest for the Wicked, of course. So we're straight on from this event to look at GSE Expo Europe, which is coming up in September 17th to the 19th in Lisbon. Very busy. Last remaining floor plan positions still available. And booking in attendees, registering delegates up on our numbers for where we're at for the launch show in 2022. Lots of exciting stuff going on, equipment demos, innovations. So we're really excited about that one. Be very busy with it over the next few months and working with the team, Jen and the team at IEMA, to deliver a growth event on the launch in 2022 and help the industry get to grips, as we discussed on the panel, with some of these big topics like sustainability and, safety equipment, sensors, innovation and automation, autonomous vehicles. That will all be under discussion and be looking at the latest equipment in those fields there in Lisbon. Then we have our African conference after that one, which is being held in October, and we're there in Nairobi, having that one sort of middle of October time, looking to grow it. Last year, we had around about 150 in Cape Town. We want to grow that one, expand it out because it was the first time we'd held it since COVID last year. And then it's the big one, the annual, the 25th anniversary annual. So it's a massive occasion for us and the industry. And we want to invite everyone who supported us over that quarter of a century to kind of join together and look back on not just the growth in the achievements in the scale of the annual, but what the industry's achieved in 25 years. What are some of the innovations we're most proud of, the development of the market? I mean, there's some names that have fallen by the wayside. I'm thinking airlines that were there in 1999, no longer with us. But so we just want to make that celebration really of 25 years of industry collaboration and inventiveness and new equipment and making it a better sector, and then look ahead to the next 25 years and how we think the challenges are going to change and what the ramp might look like by 2050. How different could it be? Autonomous vehicles, robots maybe. So we invite everybody to come along. It's going to be really extra special, that one in Barcelona on the 3rd to the 5th of December.
That's going to be a fantastic event, and hope I can make it there, because I'd love to celebrate 25 years. And there's going to be a cake. I'm sure there's going to be a cake, right? Are we going to get a cake?
Must be a cake.
We got to get a cake.
We've got to get a cake.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Just a cake to feed.
To be silver as well.
Over 1,000 people. Whatever. Yeah. But we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But we'll have to have a big cake for hopefully 1,000 people plus. So we'll do a cake.
That's awesome. So, congratulations on that. That's going to be a fantastic event. You all have tons of events coming up. Obviously, GSE Expo Europe is going to be huge. And when will you be starting your podcast to kind of discuss the GSE Expo Europe?
Well, we will follow in the footsteps of giants with what you've done here, Matt, and thanks for your help with it. But that's absolutely right. We're planning to start a preview show with key supporters of GSE Expo Europe, look at some of the themes I mentioned earlier around sustainable equipment, electrification, and invite people to preview what they're going to be doing at the show. We're actually recording the first episode next week, so hoping to release in the next few weeks. We're not quite as lightning fast at the editing because it's our first time as you, but we would hope to certainly get the first episode out imminently in the next few weeks, first few weeks of July. And then we plan a series of sort of 5-6 preview shows, different guests every time, some of the big supporters, some of the big manufacturers, TLDs, Oshkosh, Vestergaard, those guys talking about what they're doing, what they think about key industry trends, and a chance to get some of the rest of my team on the pod, the real stars, and talk about their role in delivering the show and the events, and a little bit of fun, and hopefully give people a bit of a taste and whet their appetite for Lisbon.
Okay. Yeah. And
looking forward to having you on and returning. I'll sit that side of the table for a change. That'll be great.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know if I could be interviewed. I like to interview people. So, but yeah, I'd love to come on. So what is the name of the podcast?
So the GSE podcast is this one. So what was that? We'll have to edit that out. So the name of the show is going to be the GSE Expo Europe podcast.
Okay.
So very, very imaginative, but we wanted to keep it straight down the line.
Gotcha.
So people know what they're going to get. So GSE Expo Europe podcast, look out for it. We'll distribute it via GHI and have a listen.
Yeah, I'll repost it on my LinkedIn and make sure that everybody's aware of it. And hopefully they can take a listen and figure out what's going to happen.
Yeah,
and,
that's
at the GSE Expo.
Look forward to getting you on.
Yeah, that'd be great. So anything else? Did we miss anything else?
No, I think that's everything. Just a big thank you to yourself and all of the members of the GSE community who've got behind the show, and it wouldn't be as big and successful as it is today here in Toronto without you guys backing it from the start. So thank you, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, not a problem. And that was another key theme as I've been talking to everybody throughout the end of the day today was the fact that this is a community.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a community because...
It has been. That's what made it successful. It'll always be that way.
Yes, and it's just a fantastic community, and I'm just so glad to be a part of it. So, and thank you so much for everything that you've done and coming on our podcast all the time and helping me out. So thank you so much, Max, and thanks to GHI. And so we will... we'll catch up soon, I guess.
Yeah, look forward to speaking again soon. Thank you very much for the opportunity once again.
All right. Thank you, Max.
Thank you, Matt. Cheers.
All right. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the GSE podcast. We hope you found it informative and engaging. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with your colleagues and peers in the ground support equipment community. Your support is invaluable to us. We'd appreciate it if you could take a moment to rate and review our podcast. Your feedback not only encourages us, but also helps expand our reach within the GSE community. Keep an eye out for more episodes as we continue to explore the dynamic world of ground operations, bringing you the latest trends, insights, and stories from the industry. Thank you for listening to the GSE podcast. Until we meet again, stay grounded and keep pushing forward.